In today's video, we're going to be starting out our Christmas decorating for 2025 here in our home. I'm so excited to share this with you. I hope that it gives you lots of inspiration, and we're going to start out by putting up our Christmas tree. I'm starting out by fluffing the tree to get it ready for the ornaments. I decided this year to put our tree in front of these windows because I love to be able to sit on the couch, watch a Christmas movie, have our electric fireplace on, and to be able to see the tree all in one view. So that's why I really wanted to put it here. However, in future years, I might change it up and put it somewhere else, but for this year, I really wanted to put the tree here, and I just moved the chair that I had here previously over here angled towards the couch to kind of create like a conversation area. I'm really loving how this space is coming together so far. I'm just so excited about our first Christmas here in this home. Now I'm going to start adding on all of my vintage ornaments. I got a big box of these off of Facebook Marketplace a few years ago, and then ever since then I've just been collecting them from thrift stores, yard sales, and anywhere that I can find them. A couple weeks ago at Goodwill, I thrifted a box of blue vintage ornaments, and I was excited to get those to add a few more pops of blue on the tree. And those are the only ornaments I've thrifted all year. I have not found very many at all this year, but even if you just pick up like one little box a year, it really still adds to your collection and helps to keep bringing in that color. So I just like to pick them up when I see some that I really love. I want to get out and do some Christmas thrifting soon and bring you all along for that. I'm hoping to do that sometime within the next few days, but first, before I did that this year, I really wanted to decorate with everything we already have. Since this is our first year decorating this home for Christmas, I wanted to get everything out, go through it, see what we have, and then once I'm finished decorating, I'm going to go in and say, okay, is there anything I want to be on the hunt for? Make a small little list. That way I can know what I should be looking for when I'm out thrifting, and I have like more of a plan behind what to look for. So if that makes sense, that is how I really wanted to do it this year, and I'm so thankful that I did, because now I feel much more organized and ready to go out and excited to go out now that I have a small list of what to look for. And I'm excited to see what the thrift stores have out and some little vintage stores. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be bringing you along. All of these stockings I've collected through the years. I didn't use these knit ones last year. I took a break from using them, but we're going to use them again this year. I think they pair really well with the vintage stockings that I have thrifted. This is one of my all-time favorite Christmas thrift finds, this beautiful needlepoint teddy bear stocking. I think this has got to be Ayrshire stocking this year. I think it's just so cute with the little teddy bear. And I also thrifted these vintage spode Christmas tree stockings on the same day that I found the teddy bear stocking last year, and I was so excited. These just add in such a nostalgic touch to our living room. I love these vintage stockings. Another Christmas thrift find I still can't believe that we thrifted a few years ago are these brass stocking hangers. We only paid $3.50 for all of these. One of my most favorite Christmas finds. Moving back over to the Christmas tree really quick, I added some batteries into my little tree candles. These were from Balsam Hill, as well as my Christmas tree. I can have both of these items linked down below. I got them last year, and I just think these candles make all the difference on the tree. They add such a gorgeous vintage touch. And then I also added some pretty ribbon to the tree. I'm still waiting on a piece to come in the mail that's going to help stabilize our tree topper. So then I will add the vintage tree topper to the top of the tree and it will be complete. So I will share that in a future video. And then next I'm going to move on to decorating our ottoman. This adorable little gold box that I got at an estate sale a few years ago, and I can't believe that I've never thought to put our remotes in here before. I was trying to figure out what to put on our ottoman, and we have all of these remotes to the tree, to the TV, to our blinds, and I didn't know where to put them, and finally I thought about putting them in this adorable little box. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now they're gonna be hidden away in a pretty way. So I'm gonna style this on the ottoman. Okay, now we're gonna move on over to the couch. I recently got 2 new pillows. This is the first one. It was from Marshall's. I love the back side, it's so cute. And the trees and the bows. So pretty. So I definitely want to use this one on the couch. I got it with either the couch or our bedroom in mind, but I want to try it in here first. And then I recently thrifted at Goodwill 2 of these gorgeous vintage pillows. These look handmade. They are so precious. I got, like I said, 2 of them. They were $1.99 each. And I want to try to use them somewhere in the living room. If not, they can go in another room, but I just think they're so pretty. At first I thought that I might remove these tassels, but once I got them in our home and I saw them with the rest of my Christmas decor, I was like, I actually love the tassels. It makes them feel just even more vintage, and it brings in such cozy, just vintage Christmas charm. So I'm going to play around with these pillows and see what we can come up with on the couch. When I found those, I tucked them away with my Christmas decor, so it's been a while since I had purchased them, and it was a fun little surprise when I got out my decor and remembered that I had found those this year. I didn't love them together on the couch, so I ended up moving one of them over to the chair, and I like it so much better now with them across the room from each other. It gives some distance, and I feel like it just really stands out more. I also love how it ties in with the spode stocking. In my Christmas Decorate With Me Part 2, which will be coming up next, we're going to be decorating the other half of the living room that you see behind the couch. I really wanted to add a cozy glow over here into that corner, especially with all of the windows in this space, so that the lights would reflect off of the windows. I think it's going to be so pretty, so I can't wait to share with you how that space turns out. We're going to be decorating that corner of the living room and our dining room and kitchen, so stay tuned for part 2. Something that I've really been trying to do this year is adding Christmas color to my regular everyday decor with ribbon. So instead of feeling like I need a item that's a specific Christmas item in a space, just taking some red ribbon and tying it around a regular decor piece. For example, my little duck bookends. I don't have like specific Christmas bookends, and I love to use these ducks all year round, so adding some red ribbon to it helps to pull in that Christmas color and tie the space together. So I added these cute little bows to my ducks, and I'm going to decorate these shelves over here in the living room. I feel like this spot always takes me the longest. I've been working on these shelves for like a week now, trying to figure out what I want to go on them, but then I realized I really was just over complicating it. I just needed to add in some Christmas color, add in some little trees, and it ended up coming together nicely. I also added my little toy train set that I thrifted several years ago. I normally will put that under the tree or in a hutch, but I wanted to try it up on these shelves this year. And I will continue to change this over time and work on it more, but it's a really good start over here on these shelves. I also think it would be fun and make a big difference if I maybe printed out some art or thrifted some Christmas artwork to go on the gallery wall in place of some of the floral prints, just so that it feels a little bit more Christmassy. So we might do that too. After I had already filmed these final reveal shots of the living room, I actually went back in a few days later and changed a few things. I like to just kind of see how it feels and then go back in if I want to make any changes after I have lived with it for a few days. So I did decide, like I shared, to put one of the Christmas tree pillows on the armchair and then have one on the couch to kind of separate them. So that's something that I changed. And then I also decided to change out the decor on the ottoman because I felt like it needed a little bit more green to help tie in with the green of the tree and the garland. So to bring a little bit more of that color over to this side of the room, I ordered these greenery stems from Amazon. I can have them linked down below. They look really realistic and I love how they look in an ironstone picture, so I'll share that with you later in the video how that turned out. Here are the greenery stems that I ordered. I was really nervous that these weren't going to match the same color of green as the tree because it's so hard to tell when you're ordering online until you get them in and see them in person, but they do match. I've used these in several areas of our house now because it came in a big bundle, but I'm going to share with you what they look like on the ottoman. Okay, I actually ended up redoing what I have on the ottoman a little bit because I got these stems in the mail from Amazon. So I put these in an ironstone pitcher and I tied the same ribbon around it that I have on the Christmas tree. And then I still have the box and the books on there, so I just switched it up a little bit. So I thought I would share with you what that looks like. Now, if you stayed until the end of this video, I have a very exciting announcement to make. Meet our new baby girl, our new family member. This is Stevie Rose, and we adopted Sweet Stevie from the same owner that we previously adopted Ayrshire from, and Stevie is actually Ayrshire's daughter, which is so special. Ayrshire loves having her to play with and to snuggle with. It is so sweet. He is the most gentle and loving dog with all animals, so I knew that he would love having her here, but seeing them reform their bond over the past 2 months has just been absolutely precious to watch. Our daily routine is just so special having her added to it. I'm just so grateful again for these precious dogs. I could talk about them every single day 24/7 and never stop. They're just my whole world. And anyway, I'm just so grateful for her, and that I can now introduce you all to her. And it also feels super special because this is going to be their very first Christmas here with us, so it is going to be so magical. And look how sweet they are snuggled here on the couch. They fell asleep watching Santa Buddies. And I also forgot to say how sweet it is to notice their similarities, because they make so many of the same faces, they look so much alike, and they have a very similar personality. So getting to see just one of Ayrshire's babies and what she is like and the traits that she took from him has just been so sweet to experience. Also, I think the cutest thing I have ever seen in my entire life is them in matching Christmas pajamas. I got these from Old Navy, and then the gingerbread ones are from Walmart, and then I got their little Christmas collars from Hobby Lobby. I loved that there was one green and one pink, and they love wearing clothes. I feel like that is just rare, I don't know, but they get so excited when I go to their little drawer to pull out their clothes. They just want to put them on. They love it, and it just makes me want to buy them all the cute little dog sweaters and pajamas. But how sweet are they? Oh my goodness. I almost forgot to say that she is 3 years old, and then Ayrshire is 7 years old. We adopted him 9 months ago if you're new, but we could not imagine our life without either one of these precious babies. They are, I'm not kidding you, the best things that have ever happened to us, and we just love them with all our hearts.
Okay, show everyone your Christmas sweaters! Show everyone your Christmas sweaters! You're so beautiful! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, I just love you! Oh my goodness, look at you in your sweaters! Do you match Mommy and Daddy? Do you match Mommy and Daddy? Are we matching for Christmas? Are we matching for Christmas? Oh my goodness, how cute. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, so handsome, and you're so beautiful, yes.
What a perfect day to put on our Christmas pajamas, because it is so cold and it has been snow flurrying all day. So we're gonna make a little coffee and wrap up the decorating in the living room. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. That's all of the decorating that I'm going to do in today's video, but thank you so much for watching my very first Christmas Decorate With Me video of the year. I hope that you will subscribe and stay tuned for more Christmas decorating content coming very soon. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon in a brand new video. In my next video, which will be part 2 of my Christmas decorating, we're going to be putting up a few more trees on our home and starting to decorate the kitchen and dining room for Christmas. So I am very excited. I hope that you all are having a wonderful November so far, and I will see you back here very soon with part 2. Bye friends.